Okay, so let's look at the next muscle, which is the external oblique, and that lies on either side of the rectus abdominis, which we did last time. So this muscle over here, and then there's one on this side too. And in terms of where it is on the figure, if we look at the skeleton, so its origin or its starting place is from the 5th through the 12th rib. So the 5th through the 12th back here. And it attaches to each of those ribs and sort of runs in a semilunar line like this. So it starts up there, and then its insertion, or where it ends, is down on the top of the ilium, and goes about halfway to 2/3 back on the ilium and sort of goes forward. And it also inserts into something called the aponeurosis, which is a flat tendinous sheet-like substance that actually covers the the rectus abdominis, which we did last time. So that's what this white sort of stands for, is that aponeurosis, which is, again, it's a thin sheet-like tendinous substance that covers the rectus abdominis. So the external oblique attaches to that. The only place where it attaches actually to bone is, as I said, up here from the 5th through the 12th ribs, and then down here on the top of the pelvis. But then it also inserts into that aponeurosis. So this top area up here, I've tried to sort of emphasize the fact that this is all one muscle, but it's sort of strap-like up here, like these different bundles that come in. And this part of the muscle is much thinner, so you usually don't see it as much as this bottom part, which is a fuller shape. And this is really what we think of as the external oblique, is this area in here. Because as it comes up here over the rib cage, it gets thinner. And a lot of times its form is taken over by the larger sort of subform of the rib cage. And also there are muscles that come in called the serratus, which are sort of larger forms. So these are usually not as visible up here. It's like this area down here that's much more visible. So if we look at the side view here, again, they're sort of running from 5 through 12 in these bundles coming forward. And again, this is sort of the full area here. And it's attaching to the ribs. It's attaching along the top of the ilium here. And it's also attaching to this aponeurosis, which I mentioned. Okay. And then from the back, we just see a little bit of it, right? Because it's going to be mostly covered by the skeleton from the back, and also some other muscles in the back will cover it a little bit more as well. But we do see a little bit of it on the side here. But that upper part gets totally covered by some larger muscles in the back that we'll see a little bit later. All right. So that's the external oblique, and its function is it bends the figure, sideways, and it also helps to twist the figure, and it can participate in forward and back movement. But again, if you think of this muscle contracting and pulling, the way it's going to pull, since it's on the side, it's going to sort of bend the figure again sideways and help to twist it as well, from left to right. Okay, so that's the external oblique, and we'll look at the extensor muscles of the back in the next video.